Ambassador of the Russian Federation to Ethiopia, Evgeny Torekian, underlines Russia and Ethiopia are relatives due to the blood ties of Alexander Pushkin of Russia to Ethiopia, who is regarded as one of the great personalities of Russian literature. The ambassador mentioned this reality during the Russian Language Day celebration in Addis Ababa, which was conducted in joint venture with the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa and the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization this day to honor Alexander Pushkin's birthday. In his exclusive interview with Addis Media Network, Ambassador Evgeny Torekian said Alexander Pushkin wasn't simply the great Russian poet and writer, but founder of the modern Russian language and literature.
It is adjusted to the birthday of the great Russian poet and writer Alexander Pushkin, who is called not only the founder of the modern Russian language and literature, but he was also nicknamed as the son of Russian literature. And what is making this holiday especially peculiar here in Addis is that, as you may remember, one of the Pushkin's ancestors was born in Ethiopia. So this is making us really relatives.
Ambassador Torekian added, the Russian language contribution has never been confined to literature and art, but its role in the other disciplines is so immense. It's also a language that bridges many people, including Ethiopians, he indicated.
Russian language is playing a great significant role in the world cultural universe. Not only greatest literature, many scientific works, philosophical works were also delivered in Russian. And actually, Russian is operating or may be considered as a bridge between many peoples. We are happy that many Ethiopians are interested in Russian, are studying Russian.
The Director for Publications, Conference and the Knowledge Management Division of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, Nita Kumare Dirpal Singh, on her part said, the Russian language has been a mirror of soul.
The Russian language, a mirror of the soul and history. The Russian language is not merely a means of communication. It is the living memory of a people, bearing witness to their struggles, hopes, joys and sorrows. Over the centuries, it has carried the voices of countless writers and thinkers whose works resonate far beyond the borders of the Russian Federation, touching the whole world within their depth and humanity.
Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Armenia to Ethiopia, Sahak Sargishain, added to the pool that Alexander Pushkin is of course considered by many as the greatest poet of Russia.
Today we observe Russian Language Day at the United Nations, which is celebrated on 6 June, the birthday of Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin, who is considered to be by many to be a greatest Russian poet, as well as founder of modern Russian literature. Taking this opportunity, I would like to express my appreciation to ECA Secretariat, Embassy of Russian Federation in Addis Ababa, my dear colleague, Ambassador Evgeny Torekian, other embassies and the stakeholders, including UNESCO, Liaison Office, for organizing and supporting this meaningful event.
The Russian Language Day was celebrated at the Limpopo Library in the precinct of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, here in Addis Ababa, with lots of performances from Russian expatriates in Ethiopia, and the Ethiopian students as the Russian Culture Center in Addis Ababa presented their side in Russian language.